Okay, so raise your hand if you have ever studied the word Karak and absolutely had no idea what it meant for. Your textbook says Karak means case, and you are sitting there be like, what case? A court case? A cold case? ये case क्या होता है? Is this a law exam? I feel you because when I first learned grammar, nobody was there to explain Karak in English. They just said, ये करता है, ये कर्म है, and expected me to understand it. But today, we are going to leave this video by knowing all 8 Karaks, what they mean, how they work, and how you can spot the Karak in your board exam. So after this video, you will never ever confuse in Karak. And before that, comment me which Karak confuses you the most. So namaskaram, namaskara, vanakkam, north से south students सभी के लिए welcome back to Hindi Simplified X, where Hindi grammar is taught in English just for you. And South Indian students, you are absolute legends to understand for learning a third language. So let's go. First, what is Karak? Think in a Tamil for a second. In Tamil, you say
அவன் சாப்பிட்டான்
he ate, but you say
அவனை பார்த்தேன்
I saw him. See that? Avan as Avanai. So here the words are changing its form depending on his role in the sentence. So in Hindi, it also does the exact same thing. But here, instead of changing the word, we add a small particle after the word, and that particle is called as vibhakti. And the role that noun plays, that's karak. So simple definition, karak means role of a noun or pronoun in a sentence. Now in English, you have seen I as 3 forms. For I, we can also say me, we can also say my. So I as a subject, we say I went to school. Me as an object, we say he called me. And my as a possessive, this is my book. So check that 3 different forms of I depending on their role. So Hindi works exactly like this. But instead of 3, it has 8 karak, 8 vibhakti. So let's see all 8 karaks. But today we are going to check upon 4 of that karak. So here are all 8 karaks. Screenshot this if you want. So first one, karta ne, where karta is what it is called as the doer. Then second one is karm. Here the karm particle is ko and it refers to object. Then karan. Here the particle is se or dwara. And here what it acts upon, it acts as an instrument or means. Then fourth one is Sampradan. Here the vibhakti is ko ke liye, where the recipient will receive the action. Then fifth one is Apadan. The vibhakti is se and it will act as a separation from the sentence. Then sixth one is Sambandh. The vibhakti is ka, ke, ki. Here it acts as a possession, means we are possessing something. Then seventh one is Adhikaran, may or par. It connects with the location. It acts as a location. Then Sambodhan, he, are, o. When we are addressing someone, that Sambodhan vibhakti is he, are, o. So today we are covering the first 4 Karak, and in part 2 we will cover from part 5 to part 8. And your board exam has questions from all of these 8 Karaks. So don't skip this video. Watch till the end of this video to know more about Karak. So first one is Karta Karak, means the doer of the sentence, or we can say the subject of the sentence, means the one who is doing the work, that is called as doer or subject of the sentence. Here the vibhakti is ne. So whenever you have to find out the karak from the sentence, first you ask who is doing the action, and if you got your answer, that's your karta karak. Let's check the example of karta karak. So here the example is Ram ne aam khaya. So what Ram did? Ram ate a mango. So who is the karta here? Who is the doer of the action? Who ate the mango? Yes, Ram ne. So here Ram ne is karta karak. because he is eating the mango. Now, second one, Sita ne Gana Gaya. Sita sang a song. Now, who is the doer of the action? Who sang the song? Who is the subject over here? Sita ne. So, Sita ne is Karta Karak. So whenever an action is done by a subject, if what is the action over here? Am khaya, eating. Then what is the action here? Gaya, singing. Now who is eating here? Ram ne. Who is singing over here? Sita ne. So here when you ask the question who is doing the action and it gives you the answer, so that is Karta Karak. Now here is one catch for you all. Ne is never used in present tense or future tense. It is always used in past tense and transitive verb. Like Ram ne khana khaya. That action is already completed and it is done. Sita ne gana gaya. It is already done in past. But suppose we are taking the example, मैं खाना खा रहा हूँ. Here there is no ne used. And your board exam setter loves this to ask this question. They will give you sentence in present tense or future tense and then they will ask you to find out the Karta Karak. We never use ne with the sentence which is in present tense or future tense. It is only used when the action is done, it is already completed, or when the action is passed to the object. So here Ram is subject and Am Khana is object. So that is why it is transitive verb. So that's why we have used ne and ne. In Karta Karak, Karta is the hero, and when ne is used with Karta, it is like a dramatic music entry for the hero. So whenever you see the word ne, point out and say that it is Karta Karak. Now, the next one is Karm Karak. Means the one who receives the action. Before you get confused, here karma means not that karma means what it goes around and it will come back to you. It's not that karma. So before you get confused, this is Karm Karak. And here the Karm Karak Vibhakti is ko. So whenever you need to find that whether it is Karm Karak or not, so at that time you ask that what or whom does the doer act upon. So that is Karm Karak. So here मैंने राम को बुलाया. I called Ram. So here Ram is the one being called. So here Ram is object. I told you Karm Karak means object. So here Ram ko is Karm Karak. Now second one, उसने किताब को रखा. So here what is the object? He kept the book. So what is the object? Kitab. The object is kitab. So kitab ko is here Karm Karak. Now the catch in this for Karm Karak, the Karm Karak as well as Sampradan Karak both has the vibhakti of ko. But here when the object is receiving the action, here Ram ko bulaya. So who he is receiving that, he is being called. उसने किताब को रखा. So he has kept the book. So what has been kept here? Book. The object is receiving the action. While in Sampradan Karak, someone else receives a gift. So here the context decide that whether it is Karma Karak or Sampradan Karak. Let's take the example. Check this question. मैंने राम को किताब दी. The board exam trick question. मैंने राम को किताब दी. Here Ram is receiving the book. While here मैंने राम को बुलाया. Here the object Ram is being called upon. Right? So you understood the difference? When someone is receiving the gift, that is Sampradan Karak. And where object is receiving the action, Bulana, whom I have called Ram. So that is called as Karm Karak. So here Ram ko is Sampradan and here Ram ko is Karm Karak. So here why it is Sampradan Karak? Because the book is given to Ram. It is not done to Ram. So this is actually a moment for you all. In the board exam, they will definitely confuse between these two questions. So memorize that when someone receives the gift, that is Sampradan, and when an object receives the action, that is Karm Karak. Now type 3, Karan Karak. Here the Karan Karak Vibhakti is se or dwara. The particle is se or dwara. That means by which the action was done. And how will you identify whether it is Karan Karak or not? So here you have to ask by what or by whom the action was done. Let's check it with example. Now let's check the example. Ram ne kalam se likha. So Ram has written with what? Kalam, with pen. So here this is your Karan Karak. Then second one is va bus se aaya. So with what instrument or by what he came from? Bus se. So here bus se is Karan Karak. Here kalam se is Karan Karak. संदेश डाक द्वारा भेजा गया. Message was sent through post. So by what instrument, what tool it has been sent? With Dak Dwara. So this is Karan Karak. But there is a catch for say also. Say is used with Karan Karak as well as Apadan Karak. Now when we are using a tool or instrument, there we write Karan Karak. But when something is moving or separating, that is used in Apadan Karak, which we will discuss in part 2 of this Karak video. But let's understand with the help of example. So let's check the sentence. Kalam se likha. So with what tool or instrument he has written? With pen. So here Kalam says Karan Karak or Apadan Karak? Yes, excellent. It is Karan Karak. While here Ghar se aaya, he came from home. So here he is separated from home. So Ghar se is here Apadan Karak. So understood the difference? When an object is doing the work with some instrument, that is Karan Karak. But when someone is getting separated or moving away, then it is Apadan Karak. So you can say Karan as the Thor's hammer, where say is you can say that the instrument, how it helps the hero to get things done. So that is Karan Karak. And Dwara you can say fancy or the formal version of that say, you will find Dwara more in passive sentences. Now type 4. Sampradan Karak. The recipient. The one things are given for or to. And here its vibhakti is ko, ke liye. And here we have to ask for whom, to whom we are giving. So let's understand with the help of example. So let's check the example. मैंने गरीब को खाना दिया. I have given food to poor. So to whom we have given? Who is the recipient here? So here गरीब को. Right? Now next one, मैं स्कूल के लिए निकला. So here स्कूल के लिए. So when we ask for whom, to whom, and we get to know who is the recipient, then it is Sampradan Karak. It is गरीब को संप्रदान, स्कूल के लिए संप्रदान. But you know, in Hindi there is a catch. We have understood the catch. So here ko liye is used with which karak? Yes, Karan Karak. Now when we are able to find out the object who is receiving the action, that is called as Karan Karak. And when we are getting the answer of someone, of being given something, that we will use Sampradan Karak. Let's understand with the help of example. So here the sentence is Maine Ram ko mara. Now what is the action here? Marna. I slapped Ram. So what is the action here? Slapping. So who is receiving the action? Ram ko. So it is which Karak? Yes, Karan Karak. Now here मैंने राम को किताब दी. Who is receiving something gift? Ram ko. He is receiving the book. So that's why it is Sampradan Karak. So Sampradan is literally like a lucky receiver. Think of it in your hostel life when Amma sends a dabba tumhare liye. So you are the Sampradan of that love. So now you understood the difference between Karan Karak and Sampradan Karak. When the action is done with an object, that object is called as Karan Karak. And when something is being given to the object, when it is becoming recipient, it is becoming Sampradan Karak. Okay, so board exam time. So let's solve 4 actual type of questions. You first pause the video, try it yourself, and then later you check the answer. So here is the question. Ram ne seb khaya. So here Ram ne is what Karak? So here who is eating the apple? Ram ne. So he is the doer of the action. That's why it is, yes, Karta Karak. Then second one is मैंने Ram ko bulaya. So here Ram ko is which Karak? So who is the receiver of this action bulana? So Ram ko. So when it is receiver, we say it as Karm Karak. Then वह कलम से लिखता है. So here kalam say, what instrument has been used to write? He is writing with kalam. So here kalam say is pen is the instrument of writing, so it is Karan Karak. Then fourth one, मैंने गरीब को खाना दिया. Here गरीब को is what Karak? So I have given food to poor. So here who is receiver of the action? Who has received the food? The poor person. So that's why it is Sampradan Karak. Now have you noticed question 2 and question 4? They both the sentences have used ko, while the question 2 is Karm Karak, while question 4 is Sampradan Karak. So that's exactly the board exam test. Context. Always context. Board exam will give you such question where the context will decide what the answer is. Now download the free PDF practice worksheet. Link is in the description. It has 20 more practice questions with answer. So solve them all before your exam. So today what we have learned 4 Karak out of 8 Karak. The first one was Karta Karak, where Karta is the doer and the Vibhakti is ne. The second one is Karm Karak. It means the object and the Vibhakti is ko. The third one is Karan. It means with what instrument the action is done, with what tool the action is done. So here the Vibhakti is say or dwara. The fourth one is Sampradan, the recipient who is receiving something, that Karak is Sampradan Karak and the Vibhakti is ko ke liye. So in part 2 we are going to cover Apadan, Sambandh, Adhikaran, Sambodhan, and again all those 4 types have board exam friendly type of questions which can help you every year. So if this video has really helped you, it takes 1 second to like and helps South Indian students like you to find this video. So comment below which Kara confuses you the most, Karta, Karm, or the double ko situation. So subscribe Hindi Simplified X if you want your Hindi marks to go up, and turn on the bell icon so that part 2 comes straight to you. So I am your Gupshup ma'am signing off, and this is Hindi Simplified X, where we all remain amplified. So see you in part 2 of the Karak video.